Come with us as we head 190 kilometres north of Broome along the Cape Levesque Road, which happens to be a really nice sealed road, to discover Pender Bay Escape for the very first time. It's got a rugged four-wheel drive track that leads us to the cliff-top campsites with stunning ocean views. With whales cruising past and campfires on the edge of the bay, we can't wait to see if it lives up to the hype. So currently we are on the Cape Levesque Road, and I thought I'd just show you the condition of it. As you can see, it's in a great nick, and also you can travel 110 kilometres on it. And it won't be long now until we make that turn until we get to Pender Bay Escape. Now, the campsites at Pender Bay Escape are all unpowered and tucked into the bush, with many sitting right on the cliffs overlooking the ocean. Each spot has its own campfire pit, and there's a shared toilet block, hot showers and a laundry, and they're just a short walk away. Some sites also have untreated water available, so it's a good idea to bring your own drinking water with you. Okay, we can see this is really, really corrugated here. We're bumping around a bit. Pete's going to pull over and definitely take our tyres down a fair bit. So we'll get all that done and we'll catch up again once we're up and running. I'm just going to see if I can show you how big these corrugations actually are. I'm not sure if it shows it up very well, but it is extremely bumpy through this section here at the moment. So we're dropping our tyres down to around about 25 in the front, 25 on the Caravan front and back, and 30 on the back wheels. So now that we've got our tyres down, we're continuing along, and it has taken some of the bump out of the tyres there. Now this is a little bit better here, so that first part back there was pretty horrible. So currently Pete's doing around about 38, 40 kilometres an hour. A little bit of corrugation here at the moment. So this is pretty good where we are at the moment, so hopefully it won't be too long a trip along this track. I have heard on other things that it can take up an hour to do the 30 kilometres. So it's going to be what it is on the day, I guess. So Pete's got his speed up to 50 here at the moment, so that's pretty good. And it's looking not too bad further up there. So I'll give you a report again as we travel along. So we've nearly gone about 10 kilometres, and it has been pretty good since we dropped those tyres. Just a couple of spots where it's been pretty horrible. Pete's been travelling anything between 50 and 60 kilometres an hour. And like I said before, the track is very narrow, so it was suggested that if you come into here, check-in time is 10:30, but come in a bit later because of the oncoming traffic, the people that are leaving, and because the sites are so narrow.
How much room you got down beside you, mate?
Yeah, we were just looking like that. I think you'll be okay.
I've actually got more here. Let me reverse back and then I'll pull into my left, okay?
So as you can see, you've got to try and work together and navigate these narrow areas to allow, especially two vans to get by. Look, that would not have been a problem if it had been a van in a car where he was, but the tip of his van was tipping over a long way onto the road, whereas we can get off, it looks like a little bit further than what he could have.
Thank you. You'll enjoy it when you get there, I promise.
Terrific, thank you.
And off we go again. So I've forgotten where I'm up to, but I will say it again that they do suggest you come in well and truly after that 11:30 time, because people will be leaving their campsites at 10 o'clock in the morning. And because this road is so narrow, you've got to navigate two vans, as you just saw, against each other. So it's good when you've got people that are going to work really well with you, as Pete and the other couple did. So we have about another 10 kilometres of this until we make another turn. So we've got about 5 kilometres to go, and we've hit this dippy area here. So you really, really and truly need to slow right down before you get to that, because it is quite severe, I suppose, for want of a better word. As you can see, we're getting thrown around a little bit here, and Peter's only doing 18 kilometres an hour, down to 15. Yeah, we still, after we've, this is on that initial first section of road that we're coming on. We will be making a turn in about 4.5 kilometres. And that turn should take us down towards a couple of the different camping areas there. There's another one there that's called Smithies, and there's the one that we're going to, which is Pender Bay Escape, and I think there's another one as well down there, but I can't recall the name. So that's the first 20 kilometres just about done and dusted, and we'll be turning in about 0.5 kilometre up here. Now, the wavy part of the road where it felt like a roller coaster, that went on for about 2 or 3 kilometres.
Slight right.
Yep, so this is our turn here.
Slight right.
The road in has actually been a lot better than I anticipated. Just reading some of the reports, what other people have put down as reviews and stuff like that. But as with everything, it changes all the time depending on the weather and what sorts of vehicles are probably being on these roads and stuff like that. So you can only use that as a bit of a guide and look at it as worst case scenario and plan by that. Anything better than that is a bonus. So we're now making our way along the track to find our campsite, which is C11. And off to the side here is C5, so we just need to follow the numbers as we go along. So we keep crawling along the side here. Okay, now Pete's just going to navigate to our campsite. We are in C11. It's just behind me here. Now he's just going to come down through here. He's up near 15 through to 17. And he's just going to come down here. This is C12 that we are right next to here. And Pete's just navigating us down to along here. And the one that's closest to us here is C11. And C10 is the one next to it. And that one right on the mound there is C9. So I'm just going to go down and help him position like every good wife does. And we'll get back to you with all our views. So I finally got an opportunity now to show you where we are actually camped up. So this is Seaside 11 and here we are nicely set up. We've got our awning out and we're right on the edge of the, I suppose you'd call cliff edge. We're not that high up though, but as you can see, I'm just going to zoom in. There are higher points along the camp area. And I will show you our view. Just stunning, eh? This is such a beautiful place. Now the tide is on the way in, and when it gets to high tide, it gets right up against those cliffs there. So you won't be able to walk through. This is northern part of Australia, so there are crocs around, but they haven't had a sighting here just recently anyway that we know of. They have a board at the front where you check in that tells you where there was a sighting and when. Now I'm just going to take this opportunity to walk you around the place. So now I'll show you C9, and they had 2 vans on here yesterday. So they would obviously classify this as a large site, and where we are, and probably 10 as well, are classified as medium sites. Now this spot so far is, to me, the pick of the bunch. Not that I've seen a lot, but you've got 2 70-degree views from here. And once again, you just need to level yourself out just a little bit. Now just on the rise here, that would be C8, and where that van is just up there would be C7. Now as you can see, the spots are fantastic along the water's edge up here. And if we pan over to this section here, you can see some more vans just jotted around the edge of the cliffs there. The views are just spectacular, and we've got no wind at the moment, so the water is just like glass out there. I haven't seen any whales yet, but I haven't really been sitting watching for them. So these are the sites that are immediately around us. So here I am now up at C8, And you would be able to get a reasonable sized van in here as well, once again having to level yourself out. So if you're planning to come up here, I'd say definitely make sure you've got some chocks for your wheels and some stuff to level yourself out with. It's spectacular, isn't it? These people in C16, I'm not going to go in there. You can see that it is a reasonably large site. Could fit a few people around in there, and you can navigate around pretty easy there as well. And yes, you would be able to drive straight around from that point down into the previous one I just showed you. C17 is here. Now this looks to be not too bad, a little bit slopey in sections there. And the overflow area is over in that section there. It's very quiet at the moment here, which is kind of nice. So this is C Site 17. I think you would need to just, at booking time, just to see how many people you could actually fit in and how many vans. It does have that information on the booking site. So there's no other numbers here, so I'm going to think this is 17 here, plus you could put another couple of people in this area. In here we have C5. And it's a pretty good spot as well, and you could be a little bit sheltered from the wind with this here, depending on which way the wind's coming, obviously. And I'd imagine if you're getting anything northerlies, you're going to get smashed here. So be aware of the weather if you're coming here as well, how windy it is. You could fit a lot of vans in here. It is huge. And once again, each place has a fire pit and another beautiful view. If I get a chance, I'll walk around to some of the other places. We're here now in mid-September, and it is quite warm. You can see some people fishing off the rocks up down there. Boats are out there, and yesterday we even saw a person paddle boarding around. So you've got a really good view of the water and how clear it is, so you'll be able to go down and have a bit of a dip if you're worried about crocs. Someone could be sitting up high and keeping an eye out on what's going on as well. This place is really, really good. I haven't been to the toilet blocks or anything like that. We've got our own toilet shower, so whether I get over there could be a completely different story. Now I'm back here on C9, and I was just talking to some people. They're staying over there on the cliff edges, and that is the E section, and they all have bathtubs there. So during the day it's quite warm because it's all fed by poly pipes that are above the ground, but at night time the water's quite nice. And the boat ramp is in that area over there as well. You probably can see the car with its trailer on, so that's the boat ramp area. Now the people that I was just speaking to as well, they're going in for a swim. I said, oh, you're game with the crocs? And they said there's no river systems around here, which is generally where the crocs are, and there apparently are no resident crocs in here, so they're feeling pretty safe. And to tell you the honest truth, I've not seen anything at all, but they did say they had a lemon shark not far away from them the other day. Also, I'll show you, as I said earlier, the water comes right up to those cliff edges at high tide, so you can see how much it's risen just in the half hour I've been doing this. And at low tide, it goes right out, and under all this water here that you can see in front of me, it's rock, total rock. So when that goes to low tide again, I'll throw the video out and we'll show you what that looks like at low tide. I thought I would just also tell you so that you're aware that yes, there are rock pools around the side there and it all shows up, but apparently it is a no-go zone area because of native title. So if you're coming in here to go to that in specific, it's all closed to us. And here we are. This is where these people were fishing before. It's just so beautiful here. Look at those cliff edges. Beautiful. So once again, that's that E area, and there's a G area as well further over there. Look at the colour of that water. It's stunning, isn't it? Anyway, I will next show you what this looks like at low tide. Completely different. And just going back up the track here, I just thought I'd show you the uphill section. It might give you a better idea of the incline, and it is not a problem at all. So there we go. And what I'll do next is I will show you a video of what this place looks like at low tide, because it is completely different. And here we are on the other side of the tide. So we are still about 2 hours away from low tide, but look at the difference. It's all rock out there. I'll just pan back and zoom in. So at low tide, as you can imagine, it's past those rocks. Such a contrast, isn't it? And on the other side, in front of that E area, same thing. It's so different, isn't it? It's amazing how far the tide actually goes out. And, you know, in 2 hours' time, it's still got a long way to go. Did Pender Bay Escape live up to the hype? You bet it did. I'm going to show you two map versions, one which has Broome to Pender Bay, and also one that is a close-up of where Pender Bay Escape actually is in the Dampier Peninsula. So quickly on this map, we have Broome, and you can see this is the Broome Cape Levesque Road, and that takes you up to Pender Bay Escape, which is around about in this area. So I'll get the other map that has a little bit more of a close-up for you. This is the close-up map of the Dampier Peninsula. So Broome is in this direction here. So we travelled on the Broome Cape Levesque Road, and this was that really nice sealed road that you saw. And then we turned off around about in this point here at the, it was about 190 k's where we turned off. And that was that unsealed road that I showed you in the video, a fair bit of that. And that takes you down to the Pender Bay Escape area. And Pender Bay is sitting on the southern side of Pender Bay itself. So I hope that helps you find the place, and I highly recommend you go and do that one. Our channel is about delivering useful info. To keep following so you don't miss an episode, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching The Travelling Trooper.